Greetings and namaste, friends. What a wonderful gift you've given to me. I so much enjoyed all of your photos and your videos. My goodness, this is difficult. I'm really having a struggle myself. So I can't imagine some of you that are not even used to the technology. Sarita twisted your arm and you managed to get a video for me. How heart-touching and how loving and how very much I appreciated it. Really, you made me cry, tears of joy. And I thank you so very much. You know, I felt the need to respond, but I'm not sure exactly how. But the first thing I want to do, besides thanking all of you, is to think about those of our friends and our family who are in the next world. Because I believe they're with us here in spirit. Among those are both Sarita's parents and a younger sister, both of my parents, and my two younger brothers. My Native American friends, like Franklin, Chester, Ben, and my dear friend Gordon, who spent quite a bit of time with me when he moved to the reservation. Sarita wanted me to wear a Nepali topi, and you know, I'm a little bit disobedient. So I just wanted to put on a cap to hide my lack of hair and just be comfortable. So excuse me for that. I really am so fond of the Native American friends and the Nepalese friends, Indian friends. I have friends from Alaska, from Australia. I'm so fortunate that you are also, all of you, are my friends. And I thank you so much for wishing me that 80th birthday. As I think about those who are no longer with us, I have to really acknowledge someone who is here with us in spirit. My dear friend, Larry. When I was in Bratnagar, Larry saved my life, literally. There was an incident at the border between Bratnagar and Nepal, and my job was to go across the border because I had to renew my visa every 3 months. So what happened is the guards were horribly abusive to a woman, kicking her off a porch and so on. Of course, I rushed to intercede, and Larry grabbed me. The guards approached with their weapons, and I don't know what he said in Nepali, but he literally saved my life. I have many, many other friends in Nepal that probably saved my life as well. You know, the Nepalese community is my family. Whether in Albuquerque and other areas, US, England, Australia, Nepal, or whatever, this community has always accepted me as family. We have a number of Nepalese here in Albuquerque. A group of our Nepali relatives have established a Namaste restaurant in the Rio Rancho, Albuquerque area, and it's really quite famous. Lucky me, because I get delivery of food from time to time, and it's really wonderful. Our family here is just so wonderful. Many, many gatherings, festivals, picnics, and all of that, and how fortunate I am to be a part of that, and very fortunate to have been a part of your life at some point in the past or currently. You know, I think I asked on Facebook, who are my friends? Well, there are about 120 of you on this video, and hundreds more that are not on the video. Many of you are Baha'is. but many, many, many more are not Baha'is. But there is something similar that makes you my friend, that bonds us and ties us together. You all have loving hearts. You accept others from different cultures and backgrounds, people like me. I think all of you know that I'm a member of the Baha'i faith. What you might not know is that the majority of my friends are Hindu, Buddhist, Zoroastrian, Christian, Muslim. A lot of them follow many Native American spiritual teachings that were given to them by messengers in their history. One of those teachings among the Navajo people is to walk in beauty. Think about it, because all of my friends do exactly that. You walk in beauty. It's so heart-touching to be remembered by you. Some of my friends are leaders in their community. There's a district court judge. His wife is an amazing caregiver. One person on a tape message is a pilot. He flies people on a large plane, sometimes including royal families and from several different countries. He and his daughter, who has a heart of gold, frequently gave me hospitality in Kathmandu, and I've stayed with them a number of times. These people, and they've come, by the way, they've come in to visit here as well. You know, these people and many, many more humble me. And they're humble people. You wouldn't really know their positions in life, their jobs, and so on. They are people just like you with good hearts and extremely humble. They're just loving, and they truly walk in beauty. No, I have to acknowledge also those of you that gave me hospitality when I was in Nepal. Penny was the one that called me. I'm not sure exactly from where, maybe Chicago, when she was visiting. She didn't really know me, but she heard about me, and she invited me to come to Nepal. Well, I had just finished a trip to India at a rural school in southern India, where I spent some time on a solar technology team. And when Penny asked me about whether I would be interested in going to Nepal, I said, "Where is Nepal?" So that shows how ignorant I was of geography, since I'd already been in India. Well, that should have given her a doubt. But she and her wonderful husband David accepted me and brought me into Nepal, as ignorant as I was. And they are such wonderful, beautiful friends. And I'm very fond of them and their services to that country and other places. I have to think about, there are so many friends, I just can't talk about it all, because this video is going to go on for hours and hours if I do that. So I have to just take a little sampling. You know, Bharat is a dear friend. Now, I've got about 3 or 4 Bharats that I know, and they're all dear friends. But the Bharat I'm thinking about lived near Patent, outside of Ring Road. And he and his family took me in and gave me hospitality for weeks. It must have been difficult for them. I have never been able to adequately pay for them. God bless them, and we've kept in touch over the years. And he and his lovely wife is on video as well. You know, Bharat was responsible for me to suggesting to me to purchase a motorcycle, and he helped me to do that. And so that's how I got around in Nepal, riding the motorcycle back and forth between Kathmandu and Pokhara. There's another friends, who lived in Kathmandu, and it's Ron and Thelma that I want to acknowledge, because When I was down and out and I needed a little escape from Pokhara, I would ride the motorcycle to Kathmandu, and they gave me hospitality. And it was really, really very wonderful. You know, Ron was the one that teased me on video about having a voice of God. How embarrassing. He teased me about having a voice of God. Now, this is English humor, so a lot of you may not understand that. But he's trying to get to me, and we would go back and forth and back and forth, and I had a lot of fun with him. Well, of course, I can't let this just stand. Let me explain to you who the voice of God is to Ron. It's his wife, Thelma, who has a very lovely voice. And by the way, she is a beautiful artist as well. Her paintings of natural surroundings and the birds and animals just look like they come to life. But her voice is very, very soft. And one day when I was at Ron and Thelma's, Thelma said, "Ron," and I saw a look, fear in his face. You know, fear and love are intermingled. They're all tied together. Ron and Thelma said, "Ron, would you go to the kitchen and get something?" And Ron stumbled all over his feet to do that. What love he has for his wife, and how afraid he was to disappoint her. That's the fear of God. We don't want to disappoint Bhagwan. Well, that's just one little story. I have dozens and dozens and dozens of stories. I really can't tell all of those. As I'm thinking about it, I just have my time is running out, and I just have one final thought, and that is, thank you so much. We are all connected. Our hearts are tied together. Our spirits are tied together. And I have just a little request for my Baha'i friends. Those of you who don't know my friends who are from different religions and so on, look them up. Go to their home, to their village, and don't say a thing about Baha'i, but find out what makes these people so, so very special. I think it'll be a wonderful experience for you. So that's my assignment. I'm 80 years old, so I can give assignments. Oh, you know something? That's not exactly fair, because then I haven't given my other friends who are not Baha'is, I haven't given them assignments. So I have to do that as well. So for those of you that are Hindu, Buddhist, or other religions, and you're in a village area, a remote area, you haven't heard about Baha'i, and you hear that a Baha'i has come to your village, invite them over and just ask them this one question. Why is it the Baha'is are expanding around the world and virtually every country of the world? What's going on here? And see what they say. God bless you all. Thank you for being part of my family. I love you dearly. Namaste. Hello, Apa.